these yellow flags in Sector 1. It looks like there's a Mercedes off. So, not too sure what has happened there. And he is left. And, oh, for crying out loud, seriously. Hello everybody, welcome back to another brand new F1 2019 League Racing video here today. We're back once again for the Transnation eSports Oceania Regionals. I think this is, what, third last round? I think that's about right. I think it's Brazil and then Abu Dhabi after this. I could be wrong. But anyway, yeah, welcome to the US Grand Prix. Coming into this, I was pretty confident that I could try and fight for a win. The pace felt good in practice, and as you can see, usual suspects all lined up in here. One big difference that you probably noticed, no Mackenzie tonight. He's not doing this anymore. A couple of things in real life have started back up for him, so we won't be seeing him on track anymore. But we won't be seeing him on track Thursday night anymore, at least. Still runs on Sunday, so you'll still see him trundling around out there somewhere. But anyway, heading over to qualifying now. Dry for both qualifying and the race, so we don't have to worry about rain. Thank God, as I've done absolutely no wet running, so that'd be a bit of a kick in the teeth if it was.
We'll make the changes you requested. Engine fired, we're set.
So just heading out now at the start of qualifying. Just added a little bit of fuel in case I'm invalidated on the first run. I really wanted to get a banker in, to be honest. In saying that though, and I know I'm not the only one, like the likes of Josh, Aaron, Seb, a lot of the guys in here that do this, we really use it as practice for the Nationals on Sunday. So I'm going with a bit of a left of field setup. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to handle in the race. If my memory's correct, it's really good on the harder tyre. I'm not too sure what it's going to be like on the softs though, so that's going to be a little bit of a worry, but we'll worry about that when the start of the race arrives. But on our first qualifying lap now, as you can see, nothing to get excited about. Car does feel a bit unstable on traction and through some of the high-speed corners. If you touch some of these curves around here, you can quite easily unsettle the car. But down to the final corner now, short shift up to fourth, across the line for our first lap, 31.6. That's nothing to get excited about, to be honest. So I come back in, sat in the garage for a little bit, and as you can see now, we're going for our final run on a new set of softs. I've actually saved a set for the race as well, just in case there's a late safety car or something stupid like that. But anyway, here we go. Up to turn one. Brake as late as you dare. Try not to lock up as we almost do there. Bit of a late apex there. Hopefully that doesn't hurt us too much now as we come to this very long sweeping S section. So easy to invalidate. Flick it right, then left again. 6th gear on the limiter, down to 5th. Flick it right again. So easy to invalidate through here, but we're okay at the moment. Down to 3rd gear momentarily just to get the nose in. Ride that inside curve. Don't cut that left-hander, otherwise it's luck of the draw, and majority of the time you probably will get an invalidation. Down to the hairpin now. Little lock up on the left front. And again, just being a bit cautious on traction there. Didn't want to spin up the rears. And we're only half a tenth up at the moment, so this has not really been a good lap from me. As Josh now goes faster again with a 31.1, so we've got about 4 tenths to try and find in the final part of this lap. I don't really know how I'm supposed to do that, but we'll give it a go anyway. Again, back end a little bit squirrely out of that right-hander there. Is now still gaining a little bit of time here to the final 2 corners now. So easy to invalidate, particularly here in this penultimate corner. Blind apex. We get it pretty good that time. Couldn't get the words out there. But down to the final corner, a little bit wider than what I would have ideally liked. Across the line, and it's P3 on a 131.3. And I'll be brutally honest, I was not pleased with that. That was a garbage lap. We end up P4 in the end, as I think it was Aaron, if I'm not mistaken, pipped this at the last moment. Could be wrong. No, okay, so Yeah, we end up P4 for the Oceania Regionals here at USA. So Josh takes pole position from Seb, Aaron P3, SL's P4. Then you got Tien, James, Harry, Toddy, Merrill and Kyle rounding out the top 10. So, going to be interesting. Only 2 tenths covering the top 5.
Good luck.
Alright, thank you very much, Jeffrey. Welcome, guys, to the grid of the US Grand Prix. One of my favourite circuits, not going to lie. I've always liked this track. Definitely not the easiest to get right, mind you. I think I've heard a lot of people give this place a nickname, something along the lines of the Corner Cut GP, which is probably an accurate statement, to be honest, particularly through the S's and the final 2 corners. So hopefully we can avoid... What? Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully we can avoid getting those warnings and too many penalties, otherwise that will come back to bite us a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I was really confident about my pace on the mediums, as I did a league race not too long ago around here in the Alpha. I think it was probably, I don't know, it's just over a month ago or something, I think. And the soft tyre pace was alright, and the medium tyres just, yeah, they just clicked and the car was on rails. So I'm running the exact same setup, apart from 1 or 2% less brake pressure, just to try and maybe see if I can keep the temps down an extra degree or so. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But reforming, back on the grid now. Quick rundown on the championship order as well, just before we go racing. I'm not 100% sure what it is exactly, as they haven't been updated after Mexico. But if my maths is correct, we are very, very close to taking the championship lead. So with a good result here, we might just be able to do that. But here we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the USGP. Looks like a pretty average launch, it must be said. Josh, not a great one either. Aaron looks to the outside now. Seb to the inside, 3 wide into turn 1. That's not going to work. Aaron goes off into no man's land there. And that just gives us P3. And now we are right under the rear wing of Seb in the McLaren. No way through for us there though. So we have to go single file through the S's here. And what on earth was that? We're actually all in a party chat there. And it actually looked like part of Josh's front wing fell off, to be honest, because it looked like Williams' end plate there. But yeah, obviously he never hit anything. So I don't know, maybe that might have been a graphic glitch of some description. But yeah, that was really weird. I've never seen that before. So even though 2019 is almost on the way out, it still continues to amaze me. But anyway, I think there's been a bit of an accident at the hairpin there. A couple of people have dropped it on the exit. But here we go, in the slipstream with Seb. Down at the end of the back straight. Hard on the brakes. We're going to try and get this done, which I think we do. And there we go, up to P2. So now we can try and set off after Josh as we get a little hit there in the rear from Sebastian. Worth noting, we're all in a party chat, and he did apologise for that. It wasn't intentional, and yeah, like I said, no harm done. So anyway, we'll carry on. Josh already out of 1 second, over a 1 second gap that he has over us. So he's already out of DRS, which is not good news for us because he's pretty damn quick in clean air on his own. So as you can see, the gap is 1.1. So he's just got that to over a second. Cutting on to the end of lap 2 now. Let's see if we've been able to make any inroads, as he should set the fastest lap of the race. I don't know whether he did or he didn't there, but Toddy sets the fastest lap of the race at 36.4. That's half a second quicker than what we've just done. And we only lost about 2 tenths to Josh on that lap as well. So Jacob seems very rapid here early days in this race. But yeah, as I said, Josh about 2-3 tenths quicker on that lap. So that Williams is definitely hooked up nice. And as I was saying at the start of this video, I felt like tyre temps on the softs might have been a bit of a problem. And if we just go have a look in a moment's time, or actually scratch that, I can't even remember what happened or when I checked. But anyway, on the lap 4 on the back straight, Aaron goes up our inside. Basically decided to let him go, to be honest. There was no point in trying to fight that. He looked a hell of a lot quicker, and yeah, if I tried to fight that, it was only going to allow Josh to get away even more obviously, we do have to think about the championship a little bit here, as Aaron and Josh are who we're actually fighting, as Josh leads the championship. I'm not too sure how much by, as I said just before the start of the race, but he leads the championship. We're in second, Aaron is in third. Both of us made a bit of inroads on Josh after Mexico last week. So yeah, like I said, I'm not too sure exactly where we all stand, as the championship hasn't been updated yet, so we'll wait for Josh to do that, and then we'll get an idea of where we all stand. But anyway, cutting off to lap 6, Josh still just edging away further ahead there, and we've been able to stay with Aaron, luckily. I think Aaron was kind of suffering the exact same way I was. When you're... There's his legs a bit there, that's not very friendly. But when you're stuck in the dirty air of another car, it's, for some reason, it actually seems to be easier to sit behind a car than try and punch a hole in the air yourself. So, yeah, I'm not too sure how that works. But anyway, into the pits now for a set of medium tyres. Aaron in as well. I presume he's going on the mediums. Yes, he does. Now, before anyone actually says anything, was that just a reaction to what Aaron was going to do? No, it wasn't. I was committed to coming in then anyway. I needed to get those soft tyres off. They were just absolutely horrible. They were dying of death there. Anybody know where that reference might be from? But anyway, P8 at the moment, so a couple of people still yet to stop. Josh has continued on for another lap, so I reckon he would respond at the end of this lap, if he doesn't want to get undercut, that is. But anyways, we're coming up on the back of, I think that's another racing point, or the other one, as yes, this prime time Raz on the softs. Aaron got by at the end of the back straight, and now it's our turn here on the front straight. There is Richfield mixture overtake. There is Josh just coming out of the pits as well at the top of the hill. Up the inside we go of the racing point. Job done up to P5, effective P3 after all the pit stops have been made. And yeah, as you can see, we've closed quite a lot on Josh with the undercut. And as you can see, cutting on to the end of lap 8, Aaron got held up massively in the final sector by Tien there on his worn soft tyres. As we come across the line, fastest lap of the race, 1:35.6. Not bad. It could be going a little bit quicker, I think. But yeah, really trying to make sure I didn't use up too much of the mediums straight away. And you'll see why right here is where you cut all the way on 4 or 5 laps later to lap 12. As Aaron looks like he's struggling ever so slightly. And at this point, I felt really good. The car felt really nice to drive. And at this point, I thought, okay, I'm going back through and I'm going to try and set off after Josh and see if I can reel that Williams back in. As I said, we're all in a party chat, and the message kind of got relayed that I wanted to get a move on. So Aaron didn't fight that too hard. I think he'll probably just sit behind and try and stick within my DRS. And if I can start to catch up to Josh, we'll basically be towing him along. And cutting on to the end of lap 15, looks like that is exactly what has happened, as we get our first 3-second time penalty. That's a bit of a weird one, to be honest. Warning at the final corner. That's yeah, that's a bit odd. But anyway, cutting on to lap 19 now, as we're coming through the S's, we've got the gap down to basically 1 second to Josh. So we've really caught the Williams driver up. Aaron's still just within the 1 second window for DRS as well. So we've towed Aaron right back up to the fight for the lead, as these yellow flags in sector 1. It looks like there's a Mercedes off, so not too sure what has happened there, and he has left. And oh, for crying out loud, seriously. Alright, so we have a safety car here with 9 to go. It's really annoying when people do that. Like, I don't know, you don't want to like try and say anything mean, but it's pretty ridiculous when it's black and white in the rules. If you want to leave, pull into the pits, retire your car, and then you can go off and do whatever the hell you want. But there's still people who just don't seem to get it, and yeah, then we get stupid safety cars like this for no reason that ruin what I feel like was going to be a pretty interesting and fun battle anyway. But anyway, now we're all going to be bunched back up. Penalty wise, I'm not too sure how we all stand at the moment. I think if my memory's correct, Josh at this stage is about 9 or 12 seconds. I've got 3, Aaron's got 3. I'm not too sure about everybody else behind. Anyway, getting ready for the safety car restart. Josh going really slowly. He was complaining quite a lot that he couldn't get any temp in the tyres. But anyway, restart now. And you might have noticed there, as we tried to go from 4th to 5th, they're kind of revved out as Aaron up her inside now into turn 1. Now, I started to have a bit of a problem at this point, and I'm still trying to sort it out now at the point in time of me recording this. My wheels started to act up on me. Every now and again, it wouldn't respond, so to speak. Like, I'd be pressing the upshifter paddle and it wouldn't respond. Or, as I found out when I come back after this race and tried to, do a few more practice laps, it would either not respond straight away or it would start to double upshift. So, yeah, I was kind of driving with what felt like a bit of a gearbox problem, to be fair. And, yeah, it really wasn't helpful. But, anyway, just a moment ago we got our second time penalty of the race, so that's 6 seconds now. I think Toddy behind has got 3, Josh is on like 12 or 15 now, Aaron's on 6 as well. It's yellow flags, another safety car? Oh, for crying out loud, come on. Oh, Jesus, so I'm not even sure what that one was for, to be honest, but I think Seb might have actually spun at the penultimate corner or something like that, and for some reason the game thought the safety car would be appropriate. But anyway, here we go, time for the restart, and Josh has left that very late. He's kind of screwed that up there, because now Aaron has got a really nice run on him, and we're right in this fight as well. So we're going to try and take advantage of any gap if we could. Right behind us as well, we've got James and Emeril going side by side. Now, one thing that's also worth mentioning, James has no penalties somehow. I don't know if he's got 1 or 2 warnings or whether he's got nothing, but somehow the Ferrari has managed to still be on no penalties 26 laps into this race, and that is a mental effort to have that happen. But anyway, so at this stage we've got 3 laps, and we were all saying in the party really, Josh was probably the quickest of the lot of us. So we were saying, let's not fight, let's just try and break away, because at the current rate of progress, Aaron was going to win the race from us. Josh was probably going to drop down to 4th or 5th, or God forbid, probably even 6th or 7th. But then, like I said, at the safety car restart, I got informed about James. He's only about 5 seconds back at the moment. So if things stay as they are, I think James is actually going to win this race. Around the final corner, where are we going to end up at the moment? It's P2. But does James win the race on penalties? Yes, he does. What a drive. Alright, so there we go, guys. That has been today's video. Transnation eSports Oceania Regionals Thursday night. don't know what to say about that, to be honest. I mean, again, I'm happy with another podium, but I really felt like we should have won that race. I think we had the pace to do it, but we finished ahead of Josh, who's the championship leader. So yeah, we're still heading in the right direction. So final 2 races are going to be very interesting. But anyway, that's it from me, guys. So if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. And until the next one, I'll see you all later.